Yeah, this is the extent of our work in Kenya as Evangelical Lutheran Church in Kenya. Our work started here in Kisii. That is where we had our first work start in the year 1948, and then the work grew around here. And the red color, as you see here, shows that there is a big concentration there. So this around this is Southwest Diocese. I would say this is our first diocese, Southwest Diocese. So this size, this is the whole size it has in Kenya. And then it is followed by Lake Diocese. When work started here, it entered into this lake region, and then the boundary now goes here, goes here, goes here, goes here, goes near Kitale where we were yesterday, and then goes here, and this is the border of Uganda. So this is Lake Diocese. This is the whole of Lake Diocese. And the work is even more around here, but it is dotted. It means it is extending that area. And then the third diocese is Northwest Diocese, which takes this area of Kitale and goes like this, and then goes, and Lake Rudolph, which is now called Lake Turkana, is within that diocese. The whole lake is within that diocese. And there's a big concentration in this area. And this is the area where we were yesterday. Where we were and around it is the big concentration. That is called Pokot West. Now, this is Turkana, and this is Lodwar. This is also Turkana. So we have some work here which is going into Uganda a little bit. Even the Lake Diocese work also spills into Uganda. We have about 4 or 5 congregations in Uganda. Around a place called Busia here, we have some congregations in Uganda, even now. And then now the whole of this, as you see it here, Central Diocese borders Northwest, borders Lake, and then borders Southwest up to here, and then the whole of this is the work in Central Diocese, with more concentration here, and Nairobi, Nakuru, Kericho, this area, there's more work. This area, this is Undanyi, this is Taveta, where we were, you remember, and this is the coast where we were. We have some work in a place called Kitui here. We have some work there, and then we have work, here is Embu, this is Meru, this is Maralal, this is now Samburu, and then Marsabit. From this place, our general secretary comes from here. The general secretary comes from this place. And then we have some work here. Actually, our congregations here are more like in Ethiopia than in Kenya. And even the school we have there, we have a boarding school. And that boarding school, the majority of the children in that school are from Ethiopia, not from Kenya, actually. But then the northern part of Kenya here is very dry, very dry. The northern part here is very dry. And this is more or less semi-desert. The best part of Kenya is this one. Maybe a question can be asked. And then I can also say that we have Project 24 down here in Mombasa and in Undanyi here. We don't have one yet in Nairobi, but we have one. We have 2 in Lake Diocese. We have 2 also in Southwest Diocese, and the second one is soon starting in Northwest, where we were yesterday. I wouldn't mind giving some answers to any question you want to ask.
Which diocese is largest by geography?
Geographically, you can automatically see it is Central Diocese. And within Central Diocese, one congregation, maybe there will be 2, have been identified to make the 5th diocese, and that will be the ELCK Archdiocese, the Cathedral Diocese. So that one will be the diocese of the Archbishop all the time, but then the rest of Central Diocese is one diocese. So we, as at now, we have 5 dioceses constitutionally. Yeah.
What are the sizes of the diocese by population or churches?
As far as churches is concerned, in Central Diocese we have the last census which we did in the year 2008. Central Diocese had about 12,000 members at the time. Southwest Diocese had about 25,000 members at that time. Northwest Diocese had about another 25,000 members, and Lake Diocese was about 10,000 members. And that is what we took at that time. But later on we have found out that we are having about 110 members, that is adults and children put together.
And in closing, would you like to say anything about the drought areas and the churches that are suffering there?
I would want to say that the big challenge we have as at now is how to take care of our people in Maralal, in Marsabit, in Isiolo, in Kakuma, in Lodwar, and many parts of Northwest Diocese, because the drought is so big, and even in Garissa and Dadaab and Kitui, because the big challenge is there's a big drought, cattle are dying, and people are already starving, even as at now. People are starving.
Well, thank you, Archbishop Obare, for your hospitality to us all.
Welcome.